digital performers, playlist playground, and LinkedIn's extension scanning. This is MacVoices. MacVoices is supported by Macstock Connference and Ecamm Creator Camp on July 9th through the 12th in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Join me, members of the MacVoices Live panel, and many of our viewers and listeners for a weekend of technology-based information and camaraderie. Sign up at MacstockConference.com and use the code MacVoices to save $50 off your ticket. See you there. Jeff, I really want to get to this story for you.
It just shuddered to think, but okay.
Okay. She's never going to age. Porn stars are embracing AI clones to stay forever young. Now, let's just get over the porn stuff. But we've talked about some of the AI avatars that have been built with actors for major motion pictures and TV shows. The aging, de-aging thing, the thing about putting characters in movies that they never were in. And so this is another variation in my mind on this. And it means that maybe someone who has aged out of that particular industry could continue earning money with their likeness, no different than a Hollywood star could continue to earn money with his or her likeness in more traditional movie roles.
All
Go,
right,
Jeff. You're just itching too, I could tell.
So take the porn out of this, because the porn is the hook to get people into the story. Okay, let's be honest. Porn is often the hook to get people in, whatever it is. But in this case, the technology, if it's there to give us beyond uncanny valley reproduction of people, and you have an actor who's decided that they want to have versions of themselves at various stages in life, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to manage and control yourself as a property, your likeness. And I can see where this would be really useful for someone who is aging out of certain types of roles, but there's some whatever reason they want to be in that role. It could be something like you are playing yourself as whatever age you are now, or your character's whatever age you are now, but you flash back to younger versions of yourself. And then you can have the AI version of you replaced in the shots, and now you have the younger version. So that, I mean, you could do a Benjamin Button movie like this.
Yeah.
And and then you could do things like control how and when your likeness is used after you are gone. And so a perfect example of where this could have been really interesting if the technology had been there at the time. Peter Cushing played Grand Moff Tarkin in the Star Wars movies, and then we have Rogue One, where Grand Moff Tarkin is there and interacting with people. Okay, so he could have been in control of that. His estate could have been in control of that. So yeah, I can see where managed responsibly, this could be a very valuable tool for people in whatever part of the television and movie entertainment industry you fall in.
Another one would be Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
There you go. Yeah.
Marty?
Yeah, I'm going to try and bring it a little closer back to porn where it belongs.
Oh, good.
I'm so proud of you, Marty.
Yeah. The assumption in this article, and I don't have qualms about people doing this with AI generated versions. The assumption is I am fixated on a certain type of beauty that no matter how much I age, it doesn't age at all. And I think what we consider beautiful as we age changes. So it's not the 22-year-old. It becomes different in terms of how we see it as we get older. So just the idea of the sense that this is protecting them or protecting an image at a frozen age state, they will have an audience no matter what the age they are and what the age their audience is. And that's all I'll say about it because I'll get into more trouble.
Okay, so I want to give Mark Fuccio a chance. He's in the chat room. His comment is forget porn, forget aging. It's about property rights and how you control or give away the likeness for your voice, face, body, etc.
Yeah, like I said.
And so that's it. What struck me, and I was reading this over dinner. Well, first I'll do the first part and then the part I was reading over dinner. Somewhere in Europe, I think it may be London, don't hold me to it, maybe that's not right, but ABBA has they have a theater where they are doing avatars, music, a concert with avatars, and apparently it sells pretty darn well. And then tonight I was reading, I don't have the article for this, that Paul Stanley was talking about what Kiss is going to be doing with their avatars and new Kiss music, but it'll be the avatars performing it. And so this whole thing just all opens up. It really, we're living in a science fiction world.
Yep.
So,
And just think the special effects would be so much better.
Yeah. All right, so let's bring it back to porn again. I know, Chuck, you were ready to wrap this up, but
No, go.
okay, so AI porn is already a thing.
Yes. Yep.
And the quality of the content is pretty poor. But like anything else in the whole sex sells marketplace, doesn't matter if it's poor quality. Remember ASCII porn? People loved that in the day. The low quality AI porn that's available right now is low quality. Giving adult entertainment industry artists the ability to control their likeness and how it's used in future porn content when everything is in place so that you can do video content beyond uncanny valley quality. These people have control over that. And that's good. It's their likeness. They should be in total control of that.
You'd look at wrestling would be another form, having Hulk Hogan fight Dusty Rhodes in their primes because you can.
I'm going to pit young Hulk against old Hulk.
You mean as in the Incredible Hulk or as in Hulk Hogan?
As in Hogan.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure there.
Hulk Hogan versus Paul Hogan.
Yes.
Dave, you have anything you want to say about porn?
Yeah, I like the way Jeff talks about it like we're all familiar with this.
Yeah. I just,
I'm sorry. I thought this was common knowledge.
Yes, Dave?
No, I think I'm good.
No? Okay. All right. Okay, Mark just said, imagine Mick and Pete on stage in virtual images instead of their wrinkled arthritic bodies. Well, thank you for that second part of that picture there, Mark. Yeah.
You could get, oh God, drummer for The Who.
Keith Moon.
Yeah, you could get him back.
I just feel strongly about I'm glad they control their images, but I think the big assumption is we don't want to see these people age. Somehow we want to see them as 40 years younger. like that's going to have the same impact on us that it did 40 years ago when we've aged. We have an expectation. It's, like guys who over dye their hair, but their face looks like prunes. It's like, you're not kidding anybody. So to me,
Well, but Marty,
yeah.
you're looking at it from your perspective, and how about the person who is 20 years old now and doesn't really care to look at a 40 or 50-year-old actress, porn or not?
Again, they can have their control over their image, but the thing is, if they stay 20 years old, I am probably not going to be connected with them in any way because my tastes, my expectations, my own experience changes as I age.
Okay.
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah.
Okay, Brittany just said, where does Hogan's? Is
Hogan's
that Hogan's
Heroes.
Heroes come into this AI monstrosity? I have no idea, Brittany. Where do you want it to come in?
Yeah,
When
well, Bob
Sergeant
Crane
Schultz
has
back?
plenty of video.
Yeah, check the correct answer.
Well, it fits right
Yeah.
in. It fits right in with the main topic.
Yeah, okay, now I got it, yeah.
Oh, you got it.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
Chuck,
good.
the correct answer was I know nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
One last point, though, and I don't know where the status of the law is on this, but we saw Matthew McConaughey trademark his and take some aggressive things. This might be one of the very few first times that this kind of tech has not been really breaking boundaries in the porn world. That the real world, the mainstream entertainment world may be a little bit ahead of it this time.
Well, yeah, because really, that's where the big money is mainstream entertainment. I mean, it's not like and it's not that porn doesn't also make plenty of money, but okay. I don't even know. Can we go to another topic, please?
Okay. All right.
It's
All right.
I could wrap that up, but it's fine. Go to another topic.
All right. All right. Okay, so we're going back to Apple. How to use playlist how to use Playground to build Apple Music playlists in seconds. Has anybody done this?
Yes. I thought it was right from within Apple Music, and all I did was type in a genre, and it came up with a pretty awesome playlist of a lot of things. I went with rock, I went with, you could base it on specific songs, specific bands, and within seconds, I should say, it created a nice little playlist right in your Apple Music library, and you could save the playlist and wait for later, and yeah, it works really well.
Yeah, these would actually be smart playlists.
So I've made this complaint before. I'll do it again. 90% of the time that I use any of these things, they generate the mainstream hits of a band, as opposed to doing deeper cuts or mixing it up a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And so as much as I love certain AC/DC songs or certain Aerosmith songs, I really don't need them in yet another playlist. And that's my thing. Now, be fair, I haven't tried this yet, but that's one reason that I kind of shy away from the automated playlists. So,
Yeah.
and somebody, I can't remember who here said they had a massive amount of Spotify playlists already set up.
I do. Yeah.
It's you, Marty. So, I mean, why do you create all those playlists?
Because at least as far as my listening music habits are, I want to listen to an artist primarily, and I want to listen to them across a sphere of their work. My problems with automated playlists is, you want rock and roll, and then they stick in like a Jay Giles band tune, and no disrespect to Jay Giles, they'll stick in some artist. I'm like, no, that's not what I consider rock. That's what you're pulling together for me. So the curated or automated playlists never quite capture what I do. So the reflection of having all these different Spotify playlists is because I can do genres, like I can do Celtic music, I can do Zydeco. I have one that's all Zydeco music from multiple artists, and then I just have artists like David Byrne solo stuff.
Oh my
So
God.
that's why
That's all I've been
that's
listening to in the car for the past 2 weeks. David Byrne solo.
Catherine Wheel.
Yeah. But that's so you know what? Thank you for sending that to me a while ago because I had totally forgotten it was there
Yeah.
and loved listening to it. And then a couple weeks ago, I remembered again you had sent me that link. And so I've just been playing David Byrne solo stuff in the car for like 2 weeks
Yeah.
straight now.
So
Oh,
that's
hey,
why,
Chuck, welcome to the conversation.
No, this, I mean, but that's exactly, thank you, Marty, because that's kind of where I was going. If I say I want a rock playlist, my definition of rock may not be the same as yours. I mean, just look at what just came out for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, it's inductees this year. It's terrifying. So yeah, I need to. I mean, I should. You know what? I should have asked ChatGPT to give me a playlist that suits my tastes and see what happens. Because I wonder if it's smarter than I don't, and I would have guessed that this playgrounds that Apple is giving us is based on some Apple Intelligence aspect of it. So I will give it a try and see. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, I did want to touch on this one just for fun. The title is, for those of you looking at the show notes, My Prodigal Brainchild. This is an article by Neal Stephenson from his Substack. If you're not familiar with Neal Stephenson, he is the individual who, in a novel called Snow Crash, introduced the idea of the metaverse. And it's an interesting story that he tells, sort of the backstory, but the bottom line is that he now feels that the goggles or headsets that he imagined in the novel are now going to give way to more regular just spectacles or glasses, smart glasses, because now we've actually gone through the goggle phase, and people don't necessarily want to put something like a Vision Pro headset on their head all the time, that many hours a day. Because in the novel, I mean, the world kind of in the working world or even the social world, you put on this complicated rig and lived inside a virtual reality or a metaverse. So it's really interesting reading if you're into it. But I definitely wanted to point it out. There's so much stuff here to get to. Oh, yeah, this is one. This is not me doing one of my anti-Microsoft things. This is just a fact, but apparently LinkedIn is scanning your installed browser extensions without user permission, and Microsoft owns LinkedIn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, Dave, on that basis, you want to
Oh, I'm not surprised. Microsoft, I mean, they're private. LinkedIn has just kind of gone down a little bit. I've noticed lately. I mean, there's a lot of posts there. I mean, I'm on there because of business. You are as well, and it bothers me that they would harvest that information. But am I surprised? No, not really.
I'm not surprised, but it keeps happening over and over. These
Mhm.
companies just can't seem to resist the urge to do this stuff.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, and why? I mean, is the information that valuable? I
Yes.
guess.
They
Yes.
wouldn't do it if it wasn't.
I don't know. I mean, and unfortunately, LinkedIn has become one of my favorite social networks. I
Well,
get more
what browser do you use, Chuck?
to access it.
Yeah.
Safari.
Okay, then don't worry about it. You're using a WebKit browser. This is a problem for Chromium browsers.
Chrome, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, folks,
But I use Firefox. I don't feel as bad with that.
Well, Firefox isn't Chromium based, right?
Right.
Yeah, I kind of think LinkedIn, for example, fools you into thinking paying for a really expensive account because their monthly rates are pretty high for essentially a social network.
Yeah.
It fools you into thinking that somehow your material is paying a subscription is enough to keep you from this. But instead, they're going to siphon off your browser settings, even if you pay for it. So there doesn't seem to be any protection. Really, you are the product. So
Marty, yeah, and look, I mean, if Safari gives me a little extra protection, fantastic. I know I've drawn fire for saying I don't have a problem paying for a social network because, but I do therefore have an expectation of a higher level of content and a higher level of maybe not privacy is not the word I'm looking for, but um, just less junk, less real junk. And I feel like that's LinkedIn is the one of the few that is delivering that, along maybe with Blue Sky at the moment.
So, what is LinkedIn doing with this data? That's more of a rhetorical question because I don't think we know. If it's what LinkedIn has publicly said, which is it's part of security measures, then that's one thing. But if their intent is to harvest as much information as they possibly can to then exploit, which translates to sell, then uh, it should be in the disclosures that that they're putting out there for users and how their information is being used.
Yeah. And Jeff, you're right. It's a rhetorical question because we'll never know. So,
And actually, that goes for any website or company that's scanning your data in your browser. They should be disclosing what they're scanning, what they're collecting, and how they're using it.
You can have 2 out of 3. Pick 2.
Yeah, but a boy can dream.
Yeah.
probably so. Um, okay, so get two more. Sort of along the lines of this, Proton launches private workspace M365 alternative for enterprise. Proton is known for, pretty heavy duty security. I think it's really interesting that they're introducing a Microsoft 365 competitor. How far they'll get is another matter.
Yeah, I wanna ask if it has all the features of Microsoft, but that just seems like a silly question.
Solely because Microsoft has so many features that they're removing some, or solely that it would be that fully formed?
That it would probably be that fully formed.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, the all the companies that are offering this corporate enterprise level um, package, of course, they're going to roll in their own version of Office 365 or Google Workspace or whatever, so that you can have a siloed ecosystem for all of your content. And they would be foolish not to do that. I mean, beyond the whole part of, well, if we're offering this, then that's another value add for all of our enterprise level customers. But like even companies like Zoho do this as well. I pay what, $3-4 a month to have Zoho email as my or Zoho as my email server, and it includes all these enterprise level things. Like if I wanted to add more people to my Zoho account, I've got a completely self-contained uh, uh, environment, the workspace environment with all these same tools. So, uh, yeah, of course, Proton is going to do that, and all of the competitors are doing that too. So this feels like more of a commercial as opposed to a big news story.
I guess it caught my attention, Jeff, because of the whole privacy and security thing.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
yeah, and that's a big deal, and Proton is known for that. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and Microsoft is known for Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
And look, since you brought up other competition, Salesforce announces 30 plus new features for Slack, including meeting transcription and note taking. So, they're leaning in toward the AI part of it. And it's no surprise we talk about our Slack here all the time, that, that's one of the preferences. So everybody's trying to capture or give alternatives for the enterprise. And I just hope that somebody actually takes some of this stuff seriously and does it. So, last one of the evening, and this is one of my, I got to find it to make sure that I don't give you the wrong one.
You're going back to the porn story, aren't you?
No, I'm not going back to the porn story. Oh, boy. Okay.
Jeff is.
Jim, you're assuming I ever left it.
Last one of the evening, oh no, that's not it. Where is it? According to Microsoft Copilot Terms of Use, updated October 2025, Copilot is for entertainment purposes only.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
That's how the same reason some of our what they call as news channels really are for opinion channels. They're not news channels. And whenever somebody tries to call them on being news channels, they go, "Oh no, we're opinion channels. We're not news channels, but we call ourselves a news channel." So with Microsoft, Pilot is entertainment. It's not really a information seeking device or an information organizing device.
So all you CIOs, CEOs, and CTOs out there, just be happy with the idea that your staffs are being paid to be entertained by Microsoft.
I thought that's what Teams was for.
Teams is like the best horror movie in the world. Because every time I open it, I get terrified. Yes. Guys, we got through a surprising number of these. Thank you very much. I missed you guys. I missed all the discussion back and forth.
Me too.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm sorry we got to be dark again next week, but then after that, we'll get back to a much more regular cadence. But until then, let's find out where folks can find you. And I'm going to flip it around this time and start with Mr. Jim Ray. Jim, thank you as always. Where can folks connect with you?
Well, I'm on the web at provue.com, PROVUE. And you'll see that ProView through various other things like Mastodon, at ProView Jim at techhub.social, and Blue Sky is at ProView Jim because web likes the name. So there you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Jim. Marty Gensius, we know we can connect with you with a bunch of podcasts, but where else can we find you?
Easiest way to find me is at Gensius on any of the socials except Twitter. So use that handle on the socials. And website, thepodtalk.net, contains all of the links to the shows that I produce and also the shows that I'm on, like tonight's show. And I'm grateful for being here with you, Chuck, and did miss you the last couple of weeks. And Dave's show on Thursday night, In Touch with iOS. the Mac Show on Friday mornings, and the two shows that I focus on and with production is it's the Neo Notebook. So it's at the Neo Notebook on YouTube. You can find it there. And we do a live stream of that on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Vision Profiles. We are approaching the next show we're going to do is our 100th show. And all of you are invited.
Mm-hmm.
Going to
Oh, how
figure out some
exciting.
way to have you drop in and out during the show. I'll work something out. But yeah, next Monday night will be our 100th episode of Vision Profiles. So excited about that. Thanks for having me here, Chuck.
Hey, Marty, I hear Chuck is showing up for that 100th episode wearing his new Vision Pro. Is that true?
Yeah, he is. He is. My understanding is he will be there, and he'll probably be looking at Kiss performing on it.
Yeah, this checks out.
Yeah, Kiss porn.
Thank you, Marty.
Yeah.
Jeff Gamet, thank you for being here. You will be providing us with your top 10 list of favorite porn actresses, and we'll put that in the show notes. But until we get that, where can folks find you?
Hold on, I have to ask ChatGPT who the top 10 porn actresses are, so I can get a list for you. Marty, can I borrow your login?
Temporary chat.
Chuck Joyner.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Got it. Okay. All right. Chuck, I really appreciate that you tolerate me. It's seriously, because I mean, look at Anyhow, so I am Jay Gamet on all the social medias, and except for LinkedIn, I'm Jeff Gamet there. I don't know why I did that. Anyhow, but I'm most active on Mastodon and Pixelfit and Blue Sky for shows here on MacVoices Live, and then on Dave's In Touch with iOS, and for the British Tech Network, The Big Show and The Mac Show. And Brian Chaffin and I, we do The Context Machine, and Patrice Brendamore and I do Retro Rewatch.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Guy Searle, it's great to have you as always. Where can folks find you?
Well, thank you, number one, for allowing not just Jeff on, but myself as well at the same time, which is always a dangerous thing.
The line between a brave man and a fool is so thin.
So thin. It's way fair thin. You can find me over on the Twaxters and Skies of Blue as either Mac Parrot or Vert Shark. Also, Guy and Gaz in relation to the G-Men show. GUIANDGAZ over there on both of the networks that I previously mentioned. Big thanks to Marty for stepping in this weekend. I really, really appreciate it. We had a really good time. That show will be coming out Wednesday morning on April 15th. And it was kind of a long one, so buckle up for that one. Besides the G-Men show, there's also Guy's Daily Drive, where I drove in my car and talked for like 15 minutes at a time on my way to work. And Tales from the AI-verse, which has been so slow rolling out that it's now been well over a year and there's still only 2 episodes. So take that for whatever it means. So thank you. And also, I almost forgot, Dave Ginsburg will be on the next G-Men show, which we'll be recording that sometime this weekend. And thank you, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping he'll let me in on Thursday night on his show, In Touch with iOS.
We're back.
Thank you, Guy.
Thank you.
And I'll use that as a segue to Mr. David Ginsburg. David, you will be on the G-Men show. You will be in Touch with iOS on Thursday nights. Anything else we should know?
Yes. intouchwithios.com is the website, and YouTube channel, youtube.com/intouchwithios, and 5 podcasts I'm doing now. The Neo Notebook on Mondays. I'm sorry, Sundays. Vision Profiles on Monday. MacVoices Live Tuesday. In Touch with iOS Thursday and Mac show on Fridays. But you can find me on Blue Sky and Mastodon at DaveG65. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Folks, thank you. Thank you for putting up with this sort of unusually rambunctious schedule in April. Again, we will be straightened out, but we will be dark next Tuesday night, which is the 21st. So sorry about that, but after that, we'll be back in solid. Meanwhile, check out the show notes at macvoices.com/show notes for links to everything we've talked about, and we will see you next time. As always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.